Okay, guys, I survived through making comparisons. So my comparison of the day is that I am Benjamin Button. And I don't know if I've ever actually sat down and watched that movie. I was probably like 7 years old when it came out. My mom used to have a fixation with Brad Pitt that like I also have. Less now, but for a while there I was a really big Brad Pitt stan. And I don't want this weed to go to waste. Let me pause her. Okay. So I'm going to tell you the story of why I am Benjamin Button in a minute, but first I'm going to tell you about my day. Because it's actually going pretty good. Like, I mean, I'm like, I don't know, something is annoying me, but I'm not gonna bitch about that because there's so much beauty in the world. Like, it's just like, it's the stupidest thing that's annoying me, and I know it won't even be a problem in my life soon. So it's just anytime, it's just like this pesky little bug, like just this thing at work. Okay, it's just this thing at work, and I'm like, you've been bugging me. It's supposed to be like a four fucking day weekend in America. I'm not even American, but this man is spending his Thanksgiving weekend bugging me. I'm like, whoa, like, please go get a life. Oh, my skin, you guys. See, look, this is what I was talking about when I was talking about, someone from My Chemical Romance died. That's sad. This is like cystic acne, okay? Because this is like, there's no head on it or anything. It's just like this huge fucking bump on my chin, and it hurts. And I've been putting those star stickers on it, and that kind of helps. And then like right around here, I've just had like consistent little tiny zits. And ever since I moved back to my parents' house, so I think there's something in the water here because my mom was getting them too. I've been getting these little like white bumps up by my cheek. So if anyone is a skincare expert, let me know. I don't like to use a lot of stuff on my face. I use like The Ordinary. I'm a big moisturizer girl because I live in a very dry area, and I've started using toner again a few times a week and exfoliating. But yeah, so I'm just kind of trying to play it out, see what happens. Okay. So my parents are coming back from vacation today. I'm a little bit depression at the thought of having to be around people again because I've loved this week. I've loved being by myself, and it's made me yearn for those 2 years I spent by myself, my 2 years of rest and relaxation. And they were like a big hug. Oh my God. I close my eyes and I go back there and I'm like, wow, that was the best. Okay, so I live in a pretty big house, or my parents have a pretty big house, so I did an okay job at shoveling the front and the backyard all by myself. My arms are more sore than they've ever been. Actually, in the summer, I started working out my arms quite a bit, and then I ended up in the hospital. So I haven't done an arm day in a while, needless to say. Yeah, I shoveled. I've been meaning to go get an oil change forever. And I think I know why I put it off, because I was supposed to interact with someone. I had a very beautiful interaction, and he was just a guy at the oil change place. But so I had to wait in line for probably like an hour or whatever, but it's just one of those like drive through places. So I just sat here in my car, just like drinking my fucking peppermint mocha. And so I may have placed a mobile order this morning, and my banana bread was waiting for me, but my drink was nowhere to be found. So I guess someone else took my peppermint mocha with oat milk, so they made me a new one. What can you do? That's Mercury retrograde. Okay, sorry, I'm very high, so my head keeps going in circles. So go to the oil change place, and I pull up, and just the most generic, like, boy next door looking boy, whatever. I feel like in another, I don't know, there was some sort of soul thing there. But anyways, yeah, he just gave me a really great oil change. This sounds insane, but I feel like okay, sorry, let me regroup. I feel like any oil change I've gotten in the past is like I go there and it's just like some grungy, scary looking guy trying to sell me something, but this was like Aaron Samuels. Like, I was Katie Heron, it was my first day of math class, that was Aaron Samuels, and I was like, whoa. Like, no, like I fully I love someone, you know what I mean? But that was just like a really positive interaction. And he just like, he knew what he was doing, and he gave me all kinds of good advice, and you know, it seemed like he really wanted to help me, you know. And like, so the way I saw it was like, he's just really good at his job, you know what I mean? So I tipped him $6. You're welcome. I think his name was Gavin. Yeah, and you know, we just had a little like banter, chit chat, whatever, back and forth, but he was, yeah, really nice. And I'm very glad I got an oil change because I feel safer driving now. So woohoo, go me. And I changed the filter in my front, the glove box thing, that thing, because he took it out to show me, because they do that at the place I go to, and I looked at him immediately. I was like, that is black because I smoke weed in here. It was so very obviously not the color it should have been, and there was like little bits of leaves and stuff in there, and he's like, oh yeah, like my car, like I don't even have one of these in here, so instead of getting stuck in here, the leaves come in and hit me in the face. And I was like, oh, that's terrible. Oh, so stupid. I think I'm just desperate for human interaction, and that's why it felt so good. I've spent the last week pretty much only talking. Actually, I went Black Friday shopping yesterday, and everyone was really nice. That's how you know I'm desperate for contact, because pretty much any store I went into, like, I didn't really go out of my way to like chit chat with people sometimes, but like people just love to compliment me. Like, I was paying at Old Navy. Oh, I got the cutest fucking dress. Okay, it's like I literally bought it to make my future husband Christmas cookies in. It's, oh my god, I saw it on the mannequin and I was like, where can I find that? And there was a rack with them, and they only had an extra small and an extra large, and I'm like, well honey, I'm right in the middle of that. And luckily they had a medium on the mannequin, so they stripped the mannequin down for me, and I tried it on, and it is perfect. Oh, and I got a cute little purple cardigan, and I found these pink pants that I loved, but my ass was just too fat. Well, it's more so that I don't have a flat stomach, but also I have a fat ass, so, you know, we're double wide. Okay, so yeah, that's been my day. I don't know, it's like the Christmas break is ending. You know, the other day when I was making a bunch of rambly videos, I was talking about this, like, you know, the night before Christmas break, and it's only been a few days, but I did have a few days of Christmas break, and I've enjoyed them. I'm very thankful for them. And I'm thankful that even like today, for example, I was able to tip someone $6 just because I was like, wow, like you made my life easier. You were nice to interact with, you know? I was able to like just give him money, you know? Like there was a while, like literally earlier this year, I was like, I don't even have enough money to go buy a coffee right now. So I've turned my life around. I'm doing so much better. Oh my God, like big out with the old and with the new. Goodbye, Skies of Gray. Hello, Skies. See, end of High School Musical. Now we're moving into High School Musical too, but also Benjamin Button. Okay, so Benjamin, you know, obviously he's born an old man and he becomes a young boy throughout life, but I've noticed myself going on a very similar journey. Okay, so I was thinking back to it, like, well, obviously, like I said, I just spent 2 years living alone, so in that time, like, I was able to do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. I didn't have anyone to answer to. I didn't have to worry about annoying anyone with my presence. I could keep weird hours if I wanted to, whatever. And now both of my parents are kind of control freaks, because it's like, you know, they don't want to face themselves, so they try to control other people, and like, been there, but like, honey, I've outgrown that. My hair looks so good. Wow, these are like second day curls. Okay, I gotta start curling it more. Okay, so now it's like my parents, you know, they spend the most of the time. So my mom, for example, like, yeah, she works like 40 hours a week, whatever, but when she's not at work, like, she's mostly either like staring at her phone, like just playing like a game, like, you know, one of those like so Candy Crush type-esque shit, bullshit, whatever, yeah, plays that, or like while she's doing that, she'll have some show that she's only halfway watching on, or like cleaning, you know, or like sometimes she'll like go out with her friends or whatever, but like that's about it. Or like cooking, or like, you know, just like random things, like smoking weed. I mean, I do that all the time too, but whatever. So it's just very like NPC behavior. And then my dad, he just also, like, he hasn't been working since like the last day of January. That's when he like fucked up his hand or whatever. And so ever since then, like, you know, initially, like, he used to play those like slot mania games or whatever on Facebook. My parents used to play those all the time, and we used to go to Las Vegas a lot, and actually like that got us a lot of like free buffets and like whatever, so I'm not even mad at it. But now I guess this is a little bit better. He's found this word game where it's like, you know, you're given like a word scramble basically, and he's on probably level fucking 7,000. He's been playing it for like a month, but I mean, sometimes it's fun. Like if he's stuck on something, he'll ask me for help, or like even I'll just look over his shoulder and like give him little words. But like, I don't think I could spend my life playing it the way he does. Like, he's dedicated to the cause, whatever the cause is. And like, I get it, like sometimes, you know, he doesn't have great eyes. Like, I'm pretty sure he'll be blind at some point, so, you know, he doesn't like to read a lot, or like, you know, things are just frustrating for him. Like, I feel a lot like my dad was like an Emperor Kuzco type figure in a past life, and like astrologically that lines up, I would say. And now this life has been very like, it's been a lot of like struggle and suffering and stuff, you know what I mean? But it's all for the ego, whatever. I wouldn't say he's a bad person, you know? It's just like, I don't know. I have an appreciation for him though, like, because when I was a little girl, he got me up for school every day and he made me peanut butter toast. It's pretty good. Some people didn't even get that, so, you know, whatever. But okay, back to how I'm Benjamin Button. So when I was probably, like, phones came out, like, I think I got my first phone when I was quite young, probably in like grade 4 or 5, was like BlackBerry started becoming a thing, and then like iPhones became a thing more into like grade 7, grade 8, and then like everyone had Instagram by like grade 8, grade 9. But so back in the day, like, I used to spend so much time like escaping, like using the phone, using technology. Obviously that makes sense because I'm an Aquarius, but it was like I was just always like on my phone, like always just sitting there on my phone. And even if like, because being around my parents was so stressful, so it's like I would go have a sleepover at my friend's house, but the whole time I would just be on my phone. You know what I mean? Because I was like, oh my god, I just don't even want human interaction. I just want to like get away. I've always been looking for like what I'm being pulled towards. Like, even at this point in my life, like I can remember distinctly being 12 and 13 years old and just having a knowing that something bigger was out there for me, and like trying to find it. But obviously I've had to go through all this becoming first, and now I'm 25 and it's right there, okay? And so back then, like, I remember people being so mad at me all the time, like, oh my god, get off your phone, whatever, you know? And now I feel, so then that felt me, like, because now I see the older people in my life being like that, like using escapism, like whatever. So I'm like, oh, I went through like my old man era where I was just like a recluse and like addicted to escaping and whatever, like, which I kind of get, because people like that generation, like the people that are, my mom's 50, my dad's like 53, and like they didn't have technology when they were younger. Like they had no way to escape from what they were facing. And so, well, I guess like alcohol and drugs and stuff, but then now like technology, that's like a whole different world. And it's like you can connect with people through the phone still, I guess, or like put your life out there. I don't know, it's so interesting. I feel like I could make a documentary about that. Putting that on my bucket list. Check. So he, why did I say he? Okay, yeah. And so now, so I went from that, like being that as a teenager, to now like I'm an adult, and it's like I'm 25 years old, and all I want is to be present in the moment. Like I have this childlike joy about me. Like I'm so, like I am a Disney princess, okay? Like I just want to have fun. Like I find pleasure in everything. Like I go get myself a little drink. Like I just like to make things fun. I like to make things cute. I think this is how so many women survive, is just like through our ability to just like make things beautiful. Because sometimes that's what makes life worth living, or just like to me, you know, like different things make different people happy. But yeah, I feel so like childlike and like youthful and everything, you know. And it's like I can only see myself like becoming more of that, like as I become more free. Because it's like when I'm stressed about things like money, like when I'm not taking like responsibility for like the financial, so the masculine energy type stuff in my life, then it's like I do get a little bit stressed and whatever, and then I have to go into like my adult escapism, whatever, because I'm like, oh my god, this is so hard. But like if I just handle it, then I become so much more free to like have time to just be childlike and like be in wonder and awe and like discovery and curiosity, and like enjoy life and face what's in front of me, because I'm doing what I need to do, and I'm not just like escaping and making the worst of it. So I feel like a newborn baby. I do, and this happens to me every few weeks. I'm always being born again, and I'm always getting better, and no one truly knows me. That's crazy. But like no one does. It's just me and you, and all I can do is tell you my truth. And that's all I've ever tried to do. And sometimes not everyone around you wants to hear your truth, because for some reason it's painful for them, but that's them choosing to be in suffering. So your truth is your truth, and it's your purpose to express it in whatever way you feel called to. Be that sitting in your Kia and yapping into your phone, or writing a book, or writing a song, or telling someone you love them, or God, I don't know, there's a million fucking things you can do. Give someone a good oil change. Be like Gavin. Maybe God woke up and told him, you need to interact with people with kindness. And like, I don't know, he was just so kind. He had a pure soul. I really want the best for him. And I want the best for everyone. And I hope he puts that $6 to good use. Oh my god, okay, actually, just while we're here, I want to talk about something too, because there's a man on YouTube that I love. His name is Bruce Rivers, and he makes videos about just like different criminal cases that are kind of like trending in pop culture. So him and his son put this like YouTube channel together. They have like over 1 million followers now, or subscribers, whatever the fuck. And It's just been them, you know, like talking about all kinds of different stuff, and it's one of my favorite things to do. Like a few months ago, I used to love watching their videos, and a few weeks ago, I noticed like they put out a video, and like I don't know, some of the comments were kind of like expressing concern or being mean to his son because there was like, you know, the possibility of him maybe being on like opioids or something. Oh my gosh, that weed. Okay, and yada yada whatever. But so his son has died. And it has struck a chord with my heart. It has made me very sad because his son was only 27 years old. And oh my God, I don't want to get him, like, why am I going to cry about this? Like, it makes me so sad because his dad, like, I guess Michael's mom died of suicide, okay? And Bruce's dad, when he was little, used to beat him and stuff. So it was like, he was just trying to be a really good father. But like, no matter what he would have done, I bet this would have happened. Like, it was supposed to happen this way, okay? That's the way things are happening. But I keep getting sad when I think about him because I'm like, oh my God, he's such a good person. And I hope this doesn't make his like light go out, you know? Because he's been building this platform and like encouraging people, like when they make these videos, like giving this information, they encourage people to like, don't snitch on yourself. Like his whole message is like, build something for yourself. And it makes me like, you know, really grateful that like, you know, I can reflect on that and be like, okay, I used to be a person who like, even when I wasn't like maybe escaping into the phone, like I used to just take random drugs from strangers and like go random places with strangers and like do all kinds of stuff. Like I was just always like very like mischievous, like I was pulled in by some sort of like bad energy, you know? And it's just like that doesn't have the same sort of allure to me that it used to. And the version of me now that I am would never put herself in those situations with those kinds of people, you know? It's just like it never, like I care so much about my safety. That's my number one priority, whereas before I just thought I was invincible. And that was like my coming out of, so it was like I went from an old person as like a adolescent into like you know, I had my crazy teenager manic wild phase, and then now it's like I've outgrown all of that, and like I'm just like I'm a child again. But I'm also a grown woman. I feel like I'm a walking talking Bratz doll, princess, whatever. I don't know, but I do love my life, even if it doesn't make sense to anyone else. See, this is what I was telling you guys the other day, when you have to just throw your head up at the sky and laugh sometimes, because this is what it's all about. Okay. Namaste.